Hello, and welcome to the first episode of Cleaning with Neil. Today we're going to be talking about hosing the deck and some of the different items you might need to have along with cleaning the deck. First off, you're probably going to need the 650X key that can be found in the pool office. You're going to need that key to open up the door to the pump room, which is located right behind the diving board. So go in there with the key if it's locked. You're going to need to pull out the hose reel, this big red sprayer. You're probably going to want to have a squeegee handy. All of those items can be found in the pump room. And you also may need this little blue sprayer as well. So maybe grab those things from the pump room first. Also, we may need a little bit of sanitizer. That big jug can be found on the cleaning cart that can be also found in the pool office. So if we're using the sanitizer, that's going to be used kind of like during the day when patrons aren't in the pool. This isn't going to be something we're using on the deck like during lessons or when we have a lot of people in the water, okay? So sometimes you may be asked to spray the deck with water only. You're probably going to want to use this one. If you are asked to sanitize the deck, you're going to use this sprayer. You may need some extra sanitizer. So always check with your manager and be clear, am I using just water? Am I using sanitizer? What parts of the deck am I cleaning? They will help you decide what we need to do for that. So first off, there's a couple different hose bibs located around the pool. One is right here near the office and the on-deck changing area. Another hose bib can be found behind the diving board over by the pump room. Another one is in the far corner of the pool where over by the vents. And there's also another one under the scoreboard, but the one under the scoreboard, the water is not hooked up yet. That will probably be hooked up in the fall. So your best bet are to use the one by the vent, the diving board, or over here by the locker rooms, or the changing area, excuse me. So you're gonna hook up your hose, the little black connector hose, hook this up to the hose bib right here, and we're gonna hook the other end to our sprayer here. So let's assume we're asked to sanitize the deck. We're using the red sprayer. If you notice it's getting a little bit empty, go ahead and add a little bit of this sanitizer. You can see the note on here, pool cement only. This is for out on deck only. This tile here over by the office, do not use the sanitizer on that. That is a different cleaner. The sanitizer is for the deck cement only, okay? So we have our sprayer hooked up to the hose. We're gonna have the hose turned on. Turn all the way to the left, it's already on. To spray the sanitizer, you want it set at 1 ounce. This wheel turns around. Let's get it set at 1 ounce, and you're gonna go to spray the deck. You're gonna pull the trigger here. It's gonna spray the deck. You can see as it's laying down the sanitizer, it's bubbling up a little bit. That's what you want. I'm just gonna choose like a square at a time, and kind of work my way around it. Please beware. We do not want the sanitizer in the pool. So as I'm getting close to the edge of the pool here and the tile, be very careful. Make sure we are not spraying it in the water, okay? So I'm actually gonna stand close to the edge of the pool, work my way down to the drains to ensure that the sanitizer does not get in the water. So after I kind of spray this area, I'm just gonna give it a little bit of time to set. So its magical cleaning properties can be unlocked. While I'm waiting, I'm gonna change the wheel to off. Once it's on the off position, it is spraying water only, so we can wash it all down. Line it up with the arrow so it's in the off position. Again, to make sure we're not getting this in the pool, it's probably in your best interest to start right over here at the edge of the deck and spray it down towards the drain. Okay, it's going to take you a good couple minutes to really make sure we're washing all the bubbles down, we're washing down all the dirt, hair, all that fun stuff. Common misconceptions of hosing. One, hosing is not fun. That is false. All right? Before the game of baseball was invented, hosing was actually America's favorite pastime. Another misconception of hosing, something I saw a lot at the old pool. People would just get the deck wet and move on. You're not doing anything by just spraying the deck. We're actually working, working all the water down to the drain, work a wall of water all the way down to make sure we get all this stuff off the deck. So if you have to go over the same area twice to push everything down the drain, go ahead and do it. We'd rather we take our time and do it right than have to do it a few times. You can see all the bubbles, all that sanitizer just getting washed right down. I'm being careful at the edge of the deck to make sure I'm not spraying any of this into the water. So let's say we're done hosing this area or whatever area the manager asked you to take care of. We're gonna go over to the hose bib. We're gonna turn the water off. Usually to get all the pressure out of the hose before you disconnect it, turn the hose off, spray out any remaining water from the sprayer. Go ahead, unscrew the hose from the sprayer. We're gonna unscrew the hose from the bib here. And there's a nice little notch on our rolling cart here where you can actually put the hose. So if we have to wheel this thing around deck, we're not tripping over it. Just put it right in here. When you're rolling up the hose, I've found it easiest to kind of put a foot on the bottom here, grab the handle, and just roll it up. You might need to use your free hand to guide the hose as you're rolling, so it's not all bunching up on one spot. Then, depending on the area of the deck that you're hosing, please check the drains when you're done. There might be some hair, maybe food left in there, so you can go ahead and grab a glove out of the first aid cabinet and go ahead and pick out some of that hair, anything that's left over in the drains. Another thing to watch out for, especially back in this little changing room area, you may need to be using the squeegee to push some of the water towards the drains, all right? There's kind of some flat spots where the water doesn't really flow normally to the drains, so get a squeegee, push all of that water down to those drains, especially back in this changing room area and down by the on-deck shower, all the way down in the corner of the pool there. So yeah, once you've cleaned up the hose, you wound the hose back up, you can take the hose, the squeegee, the sprayer, bring that back to the pump room. 650X is the key you'll need to put that in there. Also, just make sure, again, when you're hosing the deck, ask your manager, am I using water only? Am I using sanitizer? Make sure you're clear on what needs to be done cleaning-wise and what areas you are covering. Thank you for joining me on the first episode of Cleaning with Neil. All my reruns can be seen on HGTV, so go ahead and check that out right after Property Brothers. All right, thanks.